Alright, today we're going to talk about writing and solving algebraic expressions. So the first one I have there is y divided by 1 4/10 equals 3 8/10. So in order to solve this, you have to, again, think about what's being done to your variable, which is y in this case. So y is being divided by 1 4/10. So the opposite of dividing by 1 4/10 is multiplying by 1 4/10. If I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other to keep my equation balanced. So I'm going to end up with y equals something. So I need to do 3 8/10 times 1 4/10. So 8 times 4 is 32, carry the 3, 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15, 0, 1 times 8 is 8, 1 times 3 is 3, add that up, I get 2, 3, and 5, and I got 2 decimals in my problem, so I need 2 in my answers, or 2 digits behind the decimal in my problem. So I need 2 in my answer. So my answer there is 5 32/100 equals y. Alright, so now we have negative 1 2/10 x equals 3 84/100. So again, you look at your variable, which is x in this case, and what's being done to it. I'm multiplying it by negative 1 2/10. So the opposite of multiplying by 1 2/10, negative 1 2/10, is dividing by negative 1 2/10. So I need to divide both sides by negative 1 2/10 to keep my equation balanced. So the negative 1 2/10 divided by negative 1 2/10 is going to give me 1. So I'm just going to be left with 1x. And then I need to do 3 84/100 divided by negative 1 2/10. So I'm going to pull that off to the side. So move my decimal, move my decimal. 12 goes into 38 3 times, which is 36. Subtract, I get 2. Bring down my 4. 12 goes into 24 2 times, which is 24. So I get an answer of 3 2/10. Now I need to address my negative, so I have a positive divided by a negative, so different signs are going to be negative. So x equals negative 3 2/10. Alright, now I have an expression, 5 times 8x plus 6 minus 12, and I need to simplify that. So first step is take that 5 and distribute it to everything in the parentheses. So I'm going to do 5 times 8x, which is going to be, 5 times 8 is 40, so that's going to be 40x, plus 5 times 6 is 30, minus 12. Now I combine my like terms, which here I just have integers. So that 40x just comes down, and then I have 30 minus 12, so 30 minus 12 is going to give me 18. So my simplified expression there is 40x plus 18. And again, I can't combine my x's and my 18's because x's are variables, 18 is an integer. Alright, I'll do one more example of factoring an equation. So I have 24c minus 16. So I need to find the greatest common factor for 24 and 16. So if I look at 24 and start doing factors, I get 2 goes into 24 12 times, 2 goes into 12 6 times, 2 goes into 6 3 times. I do the same thing for 16. So 2 goes into 16 8 times, 2 goes into 8 4 times, and 2 goes into 4 2 times. So I have in common 3 2's. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So my greatest common factor there is 8. So I'm going to take that out. And what I had left of the 24 is a 3. So I'm going to have 3c minus, and what I have left of the 16 is a 2. So I got 3c minus 2. Again, you can always check yourself by using the distributive property. 3 times c is 24, minus 8 times 2 is 16, which is what I originally had. So my final answer there is 8 parentheses 3c minus 2.